Your Friends and Neighbors Season 1 looks like a perfect neighborhood on the surface, but beneath it, everything is starting to crack. Andrew Cooper wakes up next to a dead body, covered in blood, trying to clean the scene before collapsing into a pool, wondering how his life got this bad. 4 months earlier, he's newly single and meets Liv at a bar, and they hook up despite his cynical outlook. 3 months later, Cooper's life is a mess. Flashbacks show he once had a solid career, a marriage, and 2 kids. Everything collapses when he catches his wife, Mel, cheating with his best friend. Now divorced and isolated, Cooper loses his job after his fling with Liv, though it's later revealed his boss set him up. His relationship with his kids is strained, his ex takes no responsibility, and he's stuck in a casual affair with his neighbor Samantha, who wants more. With no job, growing debt, and his career blocked, Cooper spirals into drinking and starts rethinking everything, especially after realizing how easy it is to steal from his wealthy neighbors. After learning he was manipulated out of his job, Cooper snaps. With nothing left to lose, he turns to stealing, telling himself it's only temporary. Cooper lands a new job, but it's a major step down, working under Max, a clueless exec being set up to fail. Realizing it's a dead end, he walks away. With no income, he leans into crime, selling a stolen watch to Lou, who introduces him to the underground world and teaches him how to negotiate. Meanwhile, Mel's life isn't as perfect as it seems. She's lonely, unhappy, and unsure about committing to Nick. Sam wants something real with Cooper, while her ex Paul keeps chasing younger women. As Cooper gets closer to Sam, he begins to feel the cost of his choices. He brings his struggling sister Allie to live with him, and a moment with Sam's son makes him realize how far he's drifted from his own family. Fully embracing his double life, Cooper commits more robberies, skipping Tori's tennis match to steal a $225,000 watch and photograph SAT answers. He still makes it in time to see her win, but when he returns to Lou, she refuses to deal with him and instead starts digging into who he really is. Cooper visits his wealthy neighbor Barney, who's tied to Nick's growing business as tensions build ahead of Nick's party. They meet lawyer Rick Massey, who warns that fighting Cooper's case could take years and cost a fortune. At home, Allie finds a costly moth infestation, and things escalate when Lou shows up, revealing she knows about Cooper's crimes, but agrees to keep working with him if he stays loyal. That night, Cooper keeps robbing houses, targeting attorney Kat Resnick, and discovering her secret affair before leaving with stolen items. At the party, Barney admits he's struggling financially, so Cooper gives him cash. Meanwhile, Hunter spirals during a performance but later feels seen, while tensions at the party explode. Paul insults Samantha, leading to a fight with Cooper, and Jerry breaks his leg during a basketball game. The wives bond over drinks, with Mel opening up about her failed marriage, hitting close to home for Samantha. As the man Cooper first robbed reports his missing watch, police brush it off. Later, Cooper returns to Nick's house to steal his ring, but gets caught when someone suddenly points a gun at his head. Elena, Nick's maid, catches Cooper mid-robbery and holds him at gunpoint, but instead of exposing him, they strike a deal to keep each other's secrets, revealing she's been stealing too. She also admits his earlier theft got another maid fired. Tensions linger around Mel after the divorce, while Barney grows concerned about Cooper's finances and direction. Liv discovers lawyer Massey is secretly working with Jack, meaning Cooper's been set up. She warns him, and they share a brief moment before parting. Meanwhile, Nick plans a big party for Mel, making things even more uncomfortable between them. Cooper and Elena team up, using a network of housekeepers and recruiting her cousin Hector, who controls neighborhood security, to sell alarm codes. Elena reveals she's doing it to support her family and troubled brother, bonding with Cooper over their messy lives. Their next robbery goes wrong when a second alarm triggers. Cooper escapes but loses his earpiece, leaving evidence behind. At the same time, Allie struggles emotionally despite a big opportunity, and Mel breaks down during her party. Tensions rise everywhere. Sam clashes with her ex and grows suspicious of Cooper, while Tori blames him for abandoning the family. During the party, Nick publicly declares his love, but Mel can't respond and runs off. Allie eases the moment with music. Later, Cooper and Mel finally open up about their regrets and lost connection, briefly rekindling something. But before we continue, if you are enjoying this recap, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more recaps on your favorite shows. Nick goes on TV to promote his new product, with Mel watching backstage. Afterward, they address the awkward party and end up reconnecting physically. Cooper tries to level up by swapping a valuable painting with a fake. Lou initially refuses, but agrees once she sees the profit, demanding a bigger cut and connecting him to buyers. Samantha decides to end things, realizing Cooper isn't ready for anything real. He doesn't fight it and instead stays home with Allie. Barney's finances spiral as costs pile up and tensions rise with his in-laws. His mother-in-law offers a $1 million bailout that feels more like control, and a drunk Barney nearly burns everything down. Meanwhile, Hunter gets suspended for drug trouble, and Cooper learns it'll cost $240,000 to keep him in school. Cooper and Elena pull off the painting heist, but the deal falls apart when buyer Christian crosses the line with Elena. Desperate, Cooper goes to Samantha's house to steal again, only to find Paul dead, tying back to episode 1. Now covered in blood, Cooper cleans up and realizes everything has spiraled out of control. Police investigate Paul's murder. He's been shot multiple times, and Detective Lynn suspects foul play, especially after noticing signs of a possible cleanup. Neighbors mention Cooper's earlier fight with Paul, putting him on the radar. Sam is brought in for questioning. While she appears emotional, she also becomes the sole beneficiary of Paul's $20 million life insurance, giving her a strong motive. She denies seeing anyone else and shifts suspicion toward Paul's business ties. Her alibi checks out, but Lynn remains suspicious. Lynn then questions Cooper, noticing his injuries and vague answers. Sensing danger, Cooper destroys any evidence that could link him to the crime. The next day, Cooper, Mel, and the kids go on a college trip. Tensions rise as Tori confronts her father, but moments later, Cooper and Mel reconnect, opening up about their past mistakes and growing closer again. Meanwhile, Lynn continues digging, questioning Nick and learning more about the circle around Paul. That night, Cooper is attacked on the street. Barney rushes to help but is suddenly hit by a car, driven by Christian, the unstable art dealer from before, sending everything into chaos. Cooper continues stealing, this time diamonds, but begins hallucinating people from his life. He wakes up in the hospital after being beaten and unconscious for 12 hours. Detective Lynn questions him, convinced he was targeted and spiraling. She offers him a way out, but Cooper refuses to cooperate and stays committed to his path. Meanwhile, Lynn uncovers key details. The gun in Sam's house wasn't used, and evidence suggests Paul fired shots before dying, possibly at someone fleeing. Blood traces and signs of cleanup point to a cover-up, and a hidden nanny cam places Cooper at Sam's house earlier, putting more suspicion on him. Lynn pressures Sam to change her story while quietly building a case against Cooper. At the same time, Elena faces her own crisis. Her brother owes $175,000 to a dangerous man, forcing her into a desperate situation. Back home, illegal evidence collection confirms Cooper's blood at the crime scene. Barney, recovering in the hospital, grows suspicious of Cooper and cuts him off. As pressure builds, Sam hosts Paul's wake while Cooper scrambles to protect himself. When police move in with a warrant, Cooper rushes to secure a top lawyer by blackmailing her into taking his case. It's too late. Police arrest Cooper publicly for Paul's murder after finding the gun in his car, closing in on him from all sides. The neighborhood is split over Paul's murder, with everyone debating whether Cooper is guilty. In court, Cooper pleads not guilty and gets bail, but refuses a deal despite strong evidence against him, while Kat remains confident she can win. His father pays bail, but Mel keeps the kids away, and Cooper returns home to find his money missing, taken after Lou tipped off Christian. Tensions explode when Mel and Sam clash, and the fight goes viral, damaging Mel's reputation and costing her work. Nick confronts Cooper, but later he and Barney end up drinking, revealing a conviction pool betting on Cooper's guilt. In a rare honest moment, Cooper insists he's innocent, while Barney questions his own empty life. Cooper reconnects with Hunter, rebuilding their bond, while Allie is rejected by Bruce, and Barney faces pressure at home as Grace believes Cooper is guilty. As the case tightens, Kat pushes a plea deal, pointing to DNA evidence and the gun in his car. But Cooper still refuses to fully come clean, making his situation even more complicated. Cooper prepares for prison, signing his share of the house over to Mel, but she refuses to accept he's giving up and confronts him. Allie spirals off her meds, leading to a public breakdown, while Cooper urges her to get back on track. At the same time, he reconnects with Tori, sharing an emotional moment that begins to heal their bond. With strong evidence against him, Cooper considers a plea deal of around 8 years, but Mel pushes him to fight, and he changes his mind. Looking closer at the case, Cooper spots inconsistencies in Sam's phone records and realizes she has a second phone. With no help from police, he teams up with Elena to break into her house, where they find hidden passports and Paul's suicide note. The truth comes out, Paul killed himself and Sam staged the scene, shooting him afterward and planting evidence to frame Cooper for the insurance money. Flashbacks reveal her unhappy past and desperation. Sam is arrested and Cooper is cleared. He reunites with his family and his old company offers him his job back with major incentives, but he hesitates. At a charity gala, relationships shift. Nick accepts Mel still has feelings for Cooper and both choose to move forward separately. But Cooper hasn't changed. He blackmails a family over SAT fraud and ultimately rejects his old life, continuing to steal as the season ends. So after everything that happened in Your Friends and Neighbors Season 1, how far would you go if your perfect life started falling apart?